Hey guys, welcome back. It's Diana. Today I want to talk to you guys about this book. I've read it once before, but I just recently reread it. It's not part of the paranormal romance, and it's not really a romance novel per se, but it was good nonetheless. It's just different from what I normally read. This one is actually titled He Found Me, written by Whitney Barbetti. So the main character in this story, her name is Cora, and she is married to a man who is abusive. That's how the book starts. He's abusive to her and she just can't handle it. She decides to pack up her things and she makes the plan to leave while he's passed out because he's an alcoholic. She makes a plan, she runs away, and she considers him her brother, but he's there to help her take off. So that's where this whole book starts. She leaves him and she goes and she starts a whole new life for herself. So her original name is Cora, but when she goes and she starts this new life of her own, she actually calls herself Andra. So she goes and she ends up living like on this farm with this really nice lady who's actually taken her under her wing. She's kind of like her mom, her grandma type, but she's really come to love it. They run this business together, renting cabins and stuff like that. So she's moving on, and it's been like 7 years since she left her husband. And technically she's still married to him, but she ran away, she changed her identity, and she's always afraid that he's going to find her again. So she doesn't use Facebook, she doesn't use any social media, anything like that, because he can definitely track her with that. So this guy comes to this farm that they live on, and apparently he is like he's a writer. He is a writer, and he kind of becomes really fond with Andra. They kind of get in this relationship together, and there's a secret about him. His dad was a detective, and it's kind of scary for her because somebody is there who can actually reveal her true identity, and she freaks out. So there's they go on this whole big adventure, her and her brother, where they have to go back to Colorado, where she was originally from, because they need to get information on the ex-husband and all that, because they think that he's getting closer to finding her. So this whole book is she's growing the relationship with Julian. They become closer, and all at the same time she's trying to hide from her ex-husband. So in the end, I don't want to tell you, but it's kind of the whole book because that's the title of it. He finds her, and he finds out where she's at, and she is so scared she ends up running away. So and that's really the whole book, you know what I mean? There's a whole lot of stuff that goes in between, but it's basically her just running away from abusive situation. She actually did the right thing, but in the end, I guess, men are men. But anyways, so this is kind of like a true life story. I don't know if it's based on a true story, but it's definitely something that can happen in real life. So it's always nice to read some books like that where you can get a little bit of insight on situations like that. But it was good. I did really like it. Again, like I said, it's different from every other book that I've read. The only problem that I had with this book was it kind of ends abruptly. I haven't really checked to see if there's another book in this series. There probably is, considering it ended so abruptly, but that is what happened. So it's a good book, but I just don't like the way it ended. There might be more. I will definitely have to check it out. But it was a good book through the whole beginning. Once again, it is titled He Found Me, written by Whitney Barbetti. And until next time, enjoy the adventure.